3030.
Defending liberty 1 hour at a time and broadcasting from the RWB Network studios in New York. This is the Ryno Report. Always right.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
She got chunked. You are very rude.
We are going to make America great again.
And now, here's your host, the Ryno.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Hello. I am the Ryno, and this is my report today, Thursday, July 28th, 2016, coming to you from the RWB Network studios in New York and live on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Whatever you're doing right now, I want you to stop and think, okay? Maybe you're listening in your office, maybe you're listening at the beach, maybe you're driving home from the zoo. I'm not judging, but I want you to think, do you believe in UFOs? Now, some people say they believe they've been abducted, whatever it is. Well, there were people in California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona last night that are now pretty convinced that UFOs might be a possibility. They saw this light streaking across the sky. Streaking. It was like one light, then it was two lights. To me, it looks like falling space debris. That's what it looks like to me. Some people say a meteor. We are in the midst of a meteor shower right now. But some people convinced it's UFOs. I don't know. Maybe they're here to take back Hillary Clinton. Maybe the reptilians are coming for Obama. I don't know. Looks like space debris. It's probably that Chinese satellite that was out of control. They couldn't control it. It was bouncing around space. It was bouncing off other debris. It was probably that. The government has no answers. Oh, we don't know. We didn't see anything. NOAA says, oh, it wasn't a weather event. So, once again, no answers, but lots of videos out there. Lots of videos. All right, let's get to today's headlines. First off, Night 3 of the Dictator National Convention leaves mainstream media with that warm and fuzzy feeling. But most viewers were still left wondering who Tim Kaine is. And why does he sound like their dad? Also, in true king-like fashion, Barack Hussein Obama takes the stage to tell us how great things are. We'll talk about that. And a stage full of washed-up actors tell viewers that all the world needs is love. That's all we need. All that, plus we'll break down and fact-check last night's speakers. We have to do that, and we'll talk about Donald Trump's foray into an online Ask Me Anything session. This could get a little dicey. And it's Thursday. So we'll go pole dancing. Once again, there's no cover charge, but I wouldn't recommend eating from the open buffet. We have a lot to get to today, plus your daily dose of common sense you can only find here on the Ryno Report. But first, let's kick the show off with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, the DNC didn't ask me to say the pledge either. Do you think they don't like me? Who doesn't like me? The RNC didn't ask me. The DNC didn't ask me. All right, guys, check out RynoReport.com, RynoReport.com. New article by Robert called Trust. And I know Tina has one coming, too. It should be here any minute. Any minute. As soon as we get it, we'll put it up there. I know you're looking forward to it. And if you want to write for the show, you know how to do it. You know how to do it. Send me your article to Ryno, R-Y-N-O, at rwbnetwork.com. We'll get it up there on the website. We'll get like 500 views. Like 500 views. That's a lot. Big shout out to everyone listening on K98Talk.com at 11 p.m. tonight. And right now, we are live on Red Nation Rising Radio, the Liberty feed. So hello to you guys, and catch the replay of the show on CRN5. CRN5 at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. And in the meantime, during the day, while you're working, catch up on the old shows on iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeartRadio. We're all over the place. We have a lot to get to today, guys. Hang in there and drive safe.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse in Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. If you haven't been to Columbo's, you don't know what you're missing. Delicious food. The steaks on this side are fabulous. The seafood so fresh and flavorful. Columbo's family Italian specialties are Southern California legendary, and the meatballs, the best in the West, North, South, and East. Plus service that's friendly but not fawning, and jazz every night, and it's also affordable. That's what makes Columbo's special, and they make special easy, whether for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. That's why when you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, making special easy every day. Columbo's, mangia.
Alright guys, welcome back to today's Thursday show. Today's Thursday edition of the Ryno Report. You know, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Just when you thought it was safe. Football legend Warren Sapp gets bit by a shark. Gets bit by a shark. He was like trying to grab a lobster or something and a shark jumped up and bit him. See, that's why I don't ever have interaction with sharks. I don't. I live on the coast. I always have. But I have no interaction with sharks because I stay on terra firma. As long as I stay here and they stay there, we will never be a threat to each other. But I guess if you're going lobster fishing, I guess there's always the chance that the shark likes lobster too. I get a little butter maybe a little butter, some lemon. I don't know. Warren Sapp's tough guy. Tough guy, he'll recover. Now, you know, we've been talking about Rio a little bit, just here and there for the last, 6 months or so, and just how they're not ready for these Olympics, and all sorts of problems they're having, their infrastructure, they can't get a subway built, there's like construction zones, the crime's up, they got no electricity, the engineering club of Rio won't sign off on the buildings, they're waiting for a catastrophic collapse. Well, I'm looking at The Sun. The Sun is a newspaper out of the UK, and I'm looking right now at a picture of a dead body floating in the water of the Guanabara Bay. Now, this is where they're going to hold a lot of these swimming events and sailing and parasailing and all these things that really shouldn't be Olympic sports. Not in my opinion, anyway. They get rid of baseball because we're too good. That's why it's gone. They replace it with badminton. Who the heck watches badminton? The dumbest sport in the world. And then they get rid of Roman Greco wrestling, like the original Olympic sport. The original sport. It was like that and fighting lions. Those were the original sports. They get rid of that. They bring in golf and parasailing. It's stupid now. But I'm looking at this dead body. It's floating face down in the water where they're going to be holding these events. And there are pictures of the coastlines around this bay where all this stuff's going on. And there's like garbage and syringes and like refrigerators and some creepy doll floating in the water. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, there, I guess, is a slum, what they're calling a slum. Not too far, right outside of Rio. And there's a canal that runs through this slum. And the canal empties out into this bay. And I'm looking at pictures of the canal right now. Go on The Sun. You can check them out. There's like a tipped-over van here with like stuff coming out of it. I mean, it looks bad. Looks like Detroit. Looks really bad. This is disgusting. They're telling the athletes to close their mouths. That's the big defense here. Close your mouth. Don't let the water get into your mouth. Not like, let's clean this stuff up. Don't let it get into your mouth. Unbelievable. They're talking to someone from the sailing team. I guess sailing's an Olympic sport. And they have a contingency for if their rudder hits a submerged object. There's a contingency. Well, something tells me if you're on a boat and your rudder hits a submerged object, that probably shouldn't be there, probably a Volvo or something, that part of that contingency is now getting in the water, and perhaps even going under the water. But as long as they keep their mouths closed, They should be. There's couches. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. They were finding body parts on the beach where the beach volleyball is going to happen. All the sewage, all the plumbing is coming out of this Pica-Pau slum in Rio, and it runs down this cliffside. I'm telling you, go check out the pictures. It's nasty. Absolutely nasty. So I guess we'll have something to talk about once these Olympics get underway. I don't think it'll be about the sports, but these athletes are being told that they can't air any kind of grievances when they do interviews. So if they're talking to local media or NBC or whatever, they can't say, you know what, the water's disgusting, I think I swallowed herpes. You can't say anything like that. They're not allowed to. There's like a gag order on the athletes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, speaking of people that should be gagged, let's talk about the DNC. Last night they had these Broadway actors that come on stage, and they're going to sing to us. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? They've been parading celebrities on this stage every 5 minutes. All they're doing is proving Donald Trump's point that it's the little guy versus the elite. You would have thought, after the RNC, after everyone at the RNC, and especially Donald Trump, railed against how it's the elite versus everybody else, they would have changed their speakers around, they would have uninvited some people or had them do other stuff off stage. No. They're still going to march up there. George Clooney and Deborah Messing. They had Lena Hall last night. Kristen Bell, Rosie Perez. I mean, real brain trusts. People that I would definitely look to in a situation where we need to have some serious input. I would definitely go to them. No, I wouldn't go to them. In fact, I try to keep them away, as far away from the problem as I could. And they're singing, what the world needs now is love. That's what they're singing. DNC loved it. It was an unmitigated dumpster fire. It was hard to listen to. My ears might have been bleeding just a little bit during it. And they all look very happy. They're very happy to be up there. They're very pompous looking. The other night they had Alicia Keys on. She was singing. I mean, I guess singing. I didn't recognize any of the songs, but I'm not an Alicia Keys fan. I think it's pretty terrible stuff. But this was a tribute to gun victims of gun violence. And then they had the audience afterwards chanting love. Love, love, love. All we need is love. Unreal. I mean, I guess they got to get these people excited somehow. They got to get them excited, because you cannot be excited about Hillary Rodham Clinton. You cannot be excited about her. I mean, here's somebody who literally, quite literally, skirts indictment every single day of her life. And she's running for president. And we'll talk about what King Obama said about her. She's the most qualified person, more qualified than Bill and himself. Oh, man. Something that made me laugh about this whole thing was these Democrats start talking, and we've heard this all 3 days. If you were able to stomach the 3 days of listening to this garbage, all you could hear was that Hillary Clinton's a mom, right? And she cares about kids. Doesn't that go against the Democratic platform? I mean, feminists do not like being mothers. That's not part of their thing. So is she not a feminist now, or is she like a part-time feminist? And kids, I don't know, they like aborting kids. Is that like being pro-children? So she likes kids, and she's a mother, and she was employed once in a while, so she's kind of qualified. She's the most qualified, the president says, which just goes to his ability to figure out who's qualified for what. It's a good thing he doesn't work in a human resources department. It's a good thing he's not hiring people for my company, if he thinks these are qualifications. But it's all over the place. She loves kids. She wants to abort kids. She's a mom, but she's a feminist. It doesn't make any sense. It's all over the map. And then we had to listen to the only person less interesting than Mike Pence in this country is Tim Kaine. And we had to listen to him go on and on. He was like a soccer dad. And like not in a good way, like a bad way. Oh, he was grating. He made imitations. We'll talk about that when we get back, guys, here on the Ryno Report.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit inatlagunabeach.com.
Attention, this important consumer alert is brought to you by CBC Funding. Hey, did you know it's possible to receive upfront money from your structured settlement, annuity, or pending lawsuit? It's true. If you are receiving a structured settlement spread out over time and you want a lump sum amount delivered immediately, then you need to call CBC Funding. With your cash today, you can pay off credit card debt, pay medical bills, fund your education, or improve your home. You don't need to wait. Structured settlements are commonly used to resolve personal injury lawsuits. Annuities, they're designed to spread payments out over 10 or 20 years. For many of you in need of money today, this simply does not work. If you have a structured settlement and you want cash now, call CBC's Settlement Funding. Here's the number: 800-303-4607, 800-303-4607, 800-303-4607.
Is your business paying too much for your water? Pure Water Technology provides the world's best fully monitored, self-cleaning, bottle-less water purification coolers for your employee drinking water. That's right, I said bottle-less. Because Pure Water Technology can provide you and your employees with a much healthier and cost-efficient alternative than what you're currently using. And we provide free trials. Pure Water Technology has technology unlike any other company, and you can save an average office over 6,000 gallons of water annually. So you can do your part for our California drought, save water, at the same time have happier, healthier employees. We use new reverse osmosis technology. It's available only through Pure Water Technology. No one else has this system. And we save water too. Log on to ditchthebottle.com or call 888-790-7873 for free information and your free trial. 888-790-7873. Call now.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Ryno Report on this Thursday afternoon here in New York, and it could be late morning wherever you are. Remember to check out the old shows. We have yesterday's show getting a lot of attention. Hashtag Voters Lives Matter. I'm catching a lot of crap for that on Twitter. Also, hashtag The Conscious Vote. That one got a lot of attention. And hashtag Sellout. Those are three big ones this week. Three big ones getting some attention. I'm catching some flack, but it's okay. That's why I'm here. I'll catch the flack so you don't have to. And give me a follow on Twitter, if you don't mind, at Ryno on Air, at Ryno, R-Y-N-O, on Air. We got like 300 new followers in the last 2 days. Pretty good, pretty good. So I'll take that. And you can find these shows either on the website, RynoReport.com, or on iTunes, or Spreaker, or Podbean, TuneIn, iHeartRadio. All those great places. All those great places. All right, let's talk about last night's speakers a little bit. There wasn't much substance here. Not too much, not too much. Leon Panetta, he gets booed. He gets booed because he wants to talk about defeating ISIS. Well, there is no room at the Dictators' National Convention for talking about beating ISIS. Or as the president calls it, ISIL. Because that L stands for Levant, and Levant is a term that means Israel. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? We've talked about that before, but regardless, Leon Panetta wants to beat ISIS, and the Democrats don't want that. All they need is love. They heard the song. They listened to the song. They think that we should just love ISIS. Maybe ISIS needs jobs. Maybe jobs would help this out. I was a little surprised, to be honest with you, that he was speaking at the DNC. He has not really been a friend to Hillary over the course of the last, 9 or 12 months in the media. He's questioned quite a lot of her decisions. So why they invited him, maybe it's like this crossover thing, because she's getting killed in the crossover vote. The crossover vote is just demolishing her. Donald Trump gets way more moderates, way more. For someone who's so out there, right? Oh, you can't vote for Donald Trump. He's so far to the right. I mean, he's really not. But he gets a lot of moderates voting for him. So that went over like a fart in church. Leon Panetta's speech there. Joe Biden, listen, the guy's a little goofy. He's a little goofy. He passes the beer test, in my opinion. I don't like when he starts acting like your drunk friend, though. I don't like that. He gets up there and he's speaking. He goes, guys, be quiet. Guys, I'm serious. I'm serious, guys. Don't applaud. Don't boo. This is serious. I want to say something. But you're there to, like, gin up the supporters. Guys, I'm serious. No one takes him seriously. No one takes him seriously. If you like Joe Biden, if you're a Joe Biden guy, then that was good for you. You like that. My favorite Joe Biden speech, and I'm being serious, was his speech after the Boston Marathon. That was one of his best. Other than that, he's kind of bad to listen to. I was just glad there was no females on stage that he could massage or look at awkwardly, give like weird kisses to. I was glad they didn't do that. They got to keep the females away from Joe, crazy Uncle Joe, and they got to keep them away from Bill. The two of them. They can't be around the women. They can't be anywhere near them. He said literally about 400 times in the speech. Literally. But yeah, if you're a Joe Biden guy or a Joe Biden gal, you liked it. I'm serious, guys. Be quiet, I'm serious. That's what he said. So stupid. Michael Bloomberg, he also spoke. I guess he's just a gun grabber. That's what he is. He's a gun grabbing nut. He doesn't want us to have big gulps in New York City. Nope. So you can buy like 4 8-ounce drinks, but you can't buy 1 32-ounce drink. I want a bathtub of soda. That's what I want. Give me a bathtub of soda. I don't need you to tell me what I can and can't have, because it was like the diet drinks too. I don't know what this guy's problem is. So the Bilderberg group was represented by Michael Bloomberg. If you're one of these conspiracy theory people, the Bilderbergs, and they want the one world government, and they want a population control and all that thing. So he was there. Gotta have the billionaire on stage because the Republicans have a billionaire, so you gotta have Bloomberg. He doesn't like Trump. Him and Trump compete in the city for real estate, and Trump beats him 10 times out of 10. He doesn't like Donald Trump. Donald Trump made a kind of reached out to him a few months ago, but Bloomberg didn't acquiesce, and Trump said, all right, whatever. So we had Bloomberg, no good there. Tim Kaine, this guy is... Could anyone actually listen to the whole speech? He sounded like your dad lecturing you in the minivan. That's what he sounded like. And he didn't go after, he didn't talk about his record at all. Because he's got no record. He's kind of goofy. And then he does this impression of Donald Trump, where he goes, believe me, making fun of the New York accent. That's what he was doing, making fun of the New York accent. You want to make fun of my accent? Come do it to my face. He'll never do it. We'll talk about him when we get back, and we'll talk about King Obama. He had his legacy speech. That was big news. We have the schedule for tomorrow. We have some new polls to go over. We have a lot of stuff to get to and not a lot of time to do it. Guys, hang in there. You're listening to the Ryno Report on CRN.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 you or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Here's an important announcement for prescription drug users. If you take Synthroid, Lipitor, Crestor, Nexium, or any other expensive prescription medication, we guarantee you're paying too much. A new program is now making these important drugs available at a fraction of the local pharmacy price. For example, 100 milligrams Synthroid in your local pharmacy is about $1 a pill. The exact same medication is about 30 cents a pill. You can save up to 70% on most of the top 200 drugs prescribed by U.S. physicians. Call right now and see if you qualify to get this special offer of a 3-month supply of most of the top-selling prescription drugs for less than $100, plus shipping and handling. Call right now toll-free and start saving on medication for you and your family. Call now, 800-362-9337, 800-362-9337, 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
The legends of Kaanapali Luau at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous firewalk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Kaanapali Beach Hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofkaanapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
Do you still believe the old-fashioned notion you're free to withdraw your own cash from your own bank? Don't bank on it. Pat Boone here. You know, the truth is if you have a bank account, you're a target of the government's new war against cash. According to The Secret War, a new white paper from the folks at Swiss America. Get a free copy now. It's a must-read for all of us. The Secret War.
Thanks, Pat. Call toll-free, 888-732-7221. That's 888-732-7221.
Every day, governments are moving closer to outlawing cash to create a cashless society. No wonder banks are moving to limit cash withdrawals. No wonder banks must now spy on you and me for the government. Hope you'll take it from me, Pat Boone. You need to read The Secret War. It's free.
Call now, 888-732-7221. That's 888-732-7221.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Ryno Report. About 26 till the top of the hour. During the break, I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at Twitter to see what's trending because this is what sets the news cycle for mainstream media. Number one is hashtag, if your day is bad, always remember. Always remember Hillary could be president. Number 3 is I am a feminist. How about that? We were just talking about that. Maybe the feminazis weren't too happy about all this stuff with Hillary being a mother and good with kids and all this stuff. And Camden Rising. I'm not sure what that means. That's trending. Sesame Street is trending. Yep, typical day on Twitter. Typical day on Twitter. All right, let's see. We're talking about Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine. Don't snort the Clinton cane. It's not good for you. He says he's making fun of Donald Trump. Now, this is dangerous, dangerous territory, let me tell you. As a New Yorker, this is dangerous territory. If you're going to open that door, we will gladly walk through it. He's mimicking Donald Trump. And he goes, we're going to destroy ISIS so fast, believe me. And he has this Queen's accent, or what he thinks is a Queen's accent. I dare Tim Kaine to come to the RWB Network studios and make fun of my accent to my face. I dare him. I dare him. There's nothing suspicious in my tax returns, believe me. He sounds like such an idiot. Such an idiot. And the crowd's laughing. They love it. They love it. These are all people. This is what they are. They're all people that will say stuff behind your back. These are weak people. Weak. Very, very weak. Believe me. Believe me. He says you can't believe one word that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth. Yeah, well, when Donald Trump tells you you're fired, you'll believe that. You'll believe that. So Tim Kaine sounds like your dad lecturing you in your minivan. That's what he sounds like. That's what he looks like. It's a do no harm VP pick. No one cares about it. No one cares about Tim Kaine. Guy's a lifelong politician, a governor, a senator, a mayor. You ever have a real job? Ever get a real job? Think about having a real job. Then come talk to us. Mayor of Richmond. He gave you nothing. Nothing about what he's done because he has folded like a deck of cards on everything. Everything. He was pro-life and then, all of a sudden, he's pro-abortion. He folds on everything. Typical capitulator, typical Democrat. Very, very typical. I can't wait. I cannot wait. If there's one person in this country that Mike Pence could pound in a debate, it's Tim Kaine. He's the one person. Then we got to hear the commander-in-chief. I guess that's still his title, right? Until further notice. Well, this was his legacy speech. That's what this was. Everyone loved it. Obama's such a good speaker. He's so good at it. Yeah, because that's all he can do. That's all he can do. There's no substance here. It's like when you're young, maybe you're in high school, right? Or in college. And you're maybe looking for a girlfriend or something. You go, oh, there's a cute one. She's cute. And then you talk to her and you go, no one's home upstairs. No one's home. Well, that's what this is. It's the same thing. He's a great speaker, but no one's home. He tells you how great America is. America is already great. America is already strong. And I promise you our strength, our greatness, does not depend on Donald Trump. That is a quote from King Obama. Well, that's kind of what these people do. They tell you how great everything is, right? It's like they smile at you when you come in the door, and then they stab you in the back when you walk past them. That's what they do. And you tell everybody everything's great. You can tell people things so much. And then they start to believe it. That's what this is. Now, for the last, 3 or 4 months, Hillary Clinton has been trying to separate herself. She wants to be the change candidate, right? The change candidate. And then Obama just dragged her back in. Just when she thought she was out, he pulled her back in. That's what he did. Yep, third term, that's about what he said. It was about 45 minutes of saying third term. That's what it was. Change candidate. No one, no mention of Hillary. He spoke about her a little bit in the beginning, how qualified she is. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure to a Democrat, someone who's a criminal is very qualified. I'm sure they believe that is a qualification. I have no doubt about that. But he spoke about her in the beginning, and then that was it. Lights off. Nothing. 20 minutes about his record, his legacy, how good he is. I think he called himself a Kenyan at one point. Did you guys catch that? He said, I'm a half Kenyan or something. That's all Donald Trump needs now. He's got that. He's got this goofy Tim Kaine to make fun of. This was all ammo. It was all ammo for Donald Trump. Yep, the country's doing good. 95 million Americans out of work. No labor force participation. $20 trillion in debt. Oh, he forgot to mention that. Yeah, he forgot to mention that we're $20 trillion in debt. That wasn't in there. He didn't talk about Libya. I mean, you can't talk about Benghazi. You can't talk about that. He didn't mention emails. Nothing. Everything's going good. Everything's fine. Let's keep it on the same track. Now, I feel that he does really want Hillary to win. He does. People say, he doesn't want Hillary to win. He does. Because I think there's a lot to hide. I think in that White House, there's a lot to hide. And if you get someone like a Donald Trump, and he puts a Chris Christie on this stuff, you're going to find out that possibly the White House knew about this email stuff. You're going to see a lot of investigating as to what exactly the role was Obama played with Hillary while she had the private server, while there were secrets being stolen. So I think it's very much a CYA situation for Obama. I don't think he likes her. A lot of people said the Obamas and the Clintons don't get along, and I believe that. I do believe that. Because the Obamas are ideologues, and the Clintons really aren't. The Clintons will say and do whatever they have to do to maintain their lifestyle. The Obamas are ideologues. Very, very different. Very different. So, yeah, I do think he wants her to win. I do. All right, those are the speakers. Those are the speakers. Nothing good. Nothing good. I mean, I guess fun to talk about, but that's about it. Who do we have? Let's see, tonight, we have a bunch of people I've never heard of. Beth Mathias, she works 2 jobs, guys. She works 2 jobs and gets to speak at the DNC. You have someone else here that was fired because she said that her boss told her she made less because she was a woman. That sounds like defamation. That's all opinion. Hey, perhaps your friend that made more than you had a different job title. Is that possible? Is it possible you made 25 cents an hour less because you did different things? A lot of companies don't hire people to do the same thing, especially pizzerias, which is where she was fired from. They don't have 17 people answering the phone. Someone's got to make the sauce. Someone's got to put the cheese in the pizza. Someone's got to use the cash register. We'll be back in a minute to talk about this, guys. Hang in there.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for authentic family-style Italian dinners. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate your party or event in one of our festive banquet rooms. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 550 North Harbor Boulevard. Named the Orange County Hot List Top 5 Italian restaurant for 7 years in a row. And a Top 10 pizza restaurant by Gale, featuring traditional and award-winning pizzas. Offering Sunday champagne brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., just $16.95. Choose from over 20 items, plus create your own personal omelet. Delicious lunches, including our express lunch buffet, $8.95 with over 15 items. And dinner 7 days a week. Getting married? Angelo's and Vinci's won this year's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award. You can talk to our experienced staff of wedding coordinators. We treat you as guests at your own wedding reception. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
All right, guys, welcome back to this Thursday show. This Thursday show, we're talking about the DNC because we have to. Because we have to. It's not by choice, believe you me. So tonight we have this Beth Mathias. Well, Beth works 2 jobs. Yeah, so obviously qualified to speak at a political convention on the biggest night of that convention. Well, this is just to balance out. This is to balance out all the celebrities. I guess George Clooney couldn't make it in from Lake Como. I guess he couldn't catch the flight. So we have Beth Mathias. Then you have this Jensen Walcott. This one says she was fired from the pizzeria because she said that her coworker makes more than her, and she's a woman and she should get paid equally for equal work. He was paid 25 cents an hour more than her. So the pizzeria owner fired her. Well, it's not like 8. You don't have 10 people doing the same job at a pizzeria. Everyone has a different job there. Have you ever been to a pizzeria that works like an assembly line where you have 17 people screwing the head on a doll? No, it doesn't happen that way. Maybe the guy was more important. Maybe he had a GED. Maybe you didn't. Sounds like defamation to me. She's going to go up there and talk about her pizzeria boss, the Sauce King. Let's see. We have another guy here, Kazir Khan. Not sure who that is. And then you have Chelsea Clinton. Chelsea Clinton, this should be a snoozer. Real snoozer. Whenever she speaks, she sounds like she's learning the words for the first time. That's what she sounds like when she speaks publicly. I was watching some of her stuff when she was campaigning for her mom. Can we say mom? Is that like a microaggression? Can we say that? Anyway, her mother, parental unit. Maybe that's it. Parental unit in New Hampshire. My mom will be so good as the first female president. They have the same tone. It's boring. And then we're graced by none other than Queen Hillary. She'll come out later tonight. She'll accept the nomination. Who knows if the Bernie supporters will boo, if they'll turn their back on her. Who knows? I think it's funny. This convention has had a few illegals in it. Few illegals. The DNC convention is one place where if you hop the fence at the convention, they'll arrest you. Yeah. But if you hop the fence to get into the country, then you can speak at the convention. Very, very, such a dichotomy there. All right, that's tonight's schedule, so we're finally done with this. Finally done with this convention. I don't know. I guess we get to get back to the real topics now. Got to get back to real stuff. We have 3 months to go. I don't know how many debates there are going to be. Hopefully, like one every Thursday. I want to see a ton of debates. I want to see Donald Trump just wipe the floor and then shine the floor with Hillary. And you know what? The VP debate won't be bad either. They've usually, like one or two of them. This guy, Tim Kaine, and Mike Pence. That should be a laugher. Donald Trump, he decided that he was going to make some news of his own last night. He went on to Reddit and did an Ask Me Anything session with some of the people there. There were 24,300 comments on this Reddit thing. Let's see, you had Milo Yiannopoulos, the one who's been kicked off of Twitter, the tech editor for Breitbart. He had a question. He asked about the visas, the H-1B visas, and how it's been abused by this government to let in people who are not skilled, and that was meant to bring in people who are skilled. And Donald Trump says, well, I put forward a detailed plan for H-1B reform to protect American workers, which can be viewed on the immigration paper on my website. So he's got that. Someone was asking him about why Hillary Clinton refuses to hold press conferences. Trump says crooked Hillary will not do press conferences because she cannot explain her illegally deleted 33,000 emails, or her disaster in Libya, or her role pushing TPP, which she would approve 100% if she got the chance, that's in parentheses, or her support for a 550% increase in Syrian refugees. So he's sticking to his base stuff here. This is on Breitbart. You can check this out on Breitbart. Got a bunch of question and answers here. He makes his appeal to Bernie here, how he's not for free trade, and we have to make good deals and bring back wealth, saying that Bernie is exhausted and has given up his revolution, so his voters can come for Trump now. That's been his pitch line lately. Bernie has to take his nap. Gotta take a nap, get the early bird. Get up for the early bird special. All right, we have a poll here, Suffolk University, because today is pole dancing day. Today's Suffolk University poll is out of Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. You have Hillary gets 50% here, Trump gets 41%. Interesting poll. 500 respondents. There's no date on it. It just says July. There's no date range on it, which is interesting. 52% were female, 48% were male. 99% of people in this poll were at least somewhat likely to vote. That right there makes it a one-off. No poll will tell you 99% of people are going to vote. No poll will ever tell you that. 48% of those surveyed were registered Democrats, or at least claimed to be. 39% were Republicans. There's your 9% difference in the total number of the poll. They interviewed 9% more Democrats and only 11% independents, which Trump is leading in. So this poll, we've seen Pennsylvania a lot closer than this Suffolk University poll. Unfavorables, 48 for Hillary, 57 for Donald Trump. But they like Bernie. Bernie gets a 60% favorable in this poll. So they just don't know what they're talking about. Choose your emotion. Which emotion best describes how you feel about this coming election? 57% say alarmed. They're alarmed. Yeah, I'm pretty alarmed too. I'm alarmed that you people are actually allowed to drive. That's what I'm alarmed at. Number one problem here, terrorism is number one. Number two is jobs in the economy. Number three is choosing Supreme Court nominees. That's interesting. And number four is undecided. Number four, they don't know what the biggest problem is. They have no idea what the biggest problem is. So, 56% think they're less safe since Obama has taken office. People support the ban on Muslims in this poll. That's about split. People support the assault weapons ban because that's how the question was asked. They are suppression weapons, not assault weapons. All right, guys, we'll finish this poll up, talk about a Rasmussen poll, and then we got one more thing to cover today, guys. Hang in there. You're listening to the Ryno Report. So you've missed the healthcare deadline and don't have any form of healthcare? Liberty HealthShare has the answer. Liberty HealthShare offers an affordable healthcare option that allows Americans to enroll any time of the year. For those of you who have already enrolled but just aren't satisfied with what you've chosen, there's still hope. Liberty HealthShare allows Americans to control, manage, and direct their health care, yet still be in good standing with the Affordable Care Act. Members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on individuals for not having health care insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. Liberty HealthShare empowers their members by giving them the ability to choose any doctor or hospital across the nation. Memberships are for individuals, couples, and families, offering a variety of options to best suit an individual's medical needs. If you're a freedom-loving American like myself, looking for contract-free health care, then this is for you. For more information on how to enroll at any time of the year, call 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org to request a free estimate. Do it today.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
So you've missed the healthcare deadline and don't have any form of healthcare? Liberty HealthShare has the answer. Liberty HealthShare offers an affordable healthcare option that allows Americans to enroll any time of the year. For those of you who have already enrolled but just aren't satisfied with what you've chosen, there's still hope. Liberty HealthShare allows Americans to control, manage, and direct their health care, yet still be in good standing with the Affordable Care Act. Members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on individuals for not having health care insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. Liberty HealthShare empowers their members by giving them the ability to choose any doctor or hospital across the nation. Memberships are for individuals, couples, and families, offering a variety of options to best suit an individual's medical needs. If you're a freedom-loving American like myself, looking for contract-free health care, then this is for you. For more information on how to enroll at any time of the year, call 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org to request a free estimate. Do it today.
The Republicans want to repeal it. You know, they actually, with a straight face, say that the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation on Wall Street. They actually say that. You know, I remember when, you know, I've supported my husband through all of his races in Arkansas. And one of my favorite political ads of all time was a radio ad, rural Arkansas, where the announcer said, wouldn't it be great if somebody running for office said something? We could have an immediate reaction as to whether it was true or not? Well, we've trained this dog. And the dog, if it's not true, he's going to bark. And then the dog was barking on the radio. And so, people were like barking at each other for days after that. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that with the Republicans. We need to get that dog and follow them around, and every time they say these things, like, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation. I think we could cut right through a lot of their their claims.
This is Jeff Carlisi from the Band 38 Special. Let us never forget that police lives matter.
You're listening to the Ryno Report, always right, on the RWB Network.
Alright guys, welcome back to this last segment of today's Thursday edition of the famous Ryno Report. I'm lying, it's not that famous. Alright, so Suffolk University, Hillary 50, Trump 41 out of Pennsylvania. Now they ask this question: Hillary Clinton has called for a ban on assault weapons. Do you support or oppose this idea? 60% support it, 33% oppose it. The sampling is tainted. You cannot say in a poll who supports the idea. You can't say that Hillary Clinton has called for. You have to say, do you support a ban on assault-style weapons? You can't say Hillary Clinton, because then now people take that and it changes their view. These polls, Suffolk poll is not known for being a great one. And again, no such thing as assault weapons. They are suppression weapons. Let's get the terminology correct. Do you think Hillary Clinton should have been indicted? We're split here. Well, these are the same people that also aren't sure what the biggest problem is. They can't think of a number 4. They got 1 through 3. There's 12 things here. They can't think of number 4. All right. Do you trust or distrust? The highest trust rating. They trust the post office. I haven't gotten 20% of my mail in the last 20 years, but they trust the post office in Pennsylvania. Also, the post office is $59 billion in debt. So this is a terrible poll. When all the votes are counted, who do you think will win? Hillary Clinton. She gets that one. And where do you get your TV news from? All right? Fox News, number 1. So they got to do a much better job of educating people. If these people, these are some pretty dumb answers here. Number 1 is Fox News. Number 2 is undecided. They don't know what they watch. Number 2, I don't know what I'm watching. Number 3 is CNN. Oh, God. Terrible poll. All right, the White House watch. Rasmussen, Clinton 43, Trump 42. Gender gap is closing. Here on this Rasmussen poll. But Donald Trump does get 86% of his own party. Pretty good. Clinton only gets 79% of Democrats. Only 79%. Let's see. Trump wins whites and Latinos in this poll, and Clinton wins the black vote. That's what she's been going for the whole time. This is 1,000 likely voters conducted between July 26th and July 27th of this year, so we're current. Plus or minus 3%, 95% level of confidence, just so you're aware of that. Trump is up by 4 points with men. Clinton is up by 5 with women. So that gender gap is closing. I think this poll might be a one-off. We haven't seen numbers that low, especially out of the convention. That would have widened first. That'll come back down around August, September, maybe late September. So this might be a one-off poll. I don't see Trump leading in a lot of minorities either. So that's why we're not going to spend a ton of time on this one. But yeah, it's still in the margin of error. They have been in this poll 2 or 3 points apart for the whole time. What else do we got? Oh, Dinesh D'Souza's film. Number one at the box office for documentaries. Highest grossing documentary of 2016, $5.2 million. So in other words, what Donald Trump spent on lunch yesterday. That's good. That's good for a documentary. Not too bad. We'll see if it has any impact. Who knows if it will or not. The one he did about Obama didn't have a very good impact. This Hillary's America, people are going to see it, though, because she's the one person who's been in government for 120 years and no one knows anything about her. No one knows anything about her because it's all hidden. It's all hidden. It's on the private server. It's on the private server. So Julian Assange knows all about it. Oh, also, forgot about this. This is big. North Korea wants to go to war. They want to go to war. They think that since we place sanctions personally on Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader, that, we need to go to war, and when we do our war games with South Korea next month, they are ready. They're ready. They're ready and willing to fight. Now, North Korea, we shouldn't be that scared of them. Actually, I beat North Korea in Clash of Clans yesterday. Yeah, I beat them pretty good. I got 3 stars, a perfect, so my clan won. North Korea, they always got something to say, just nothing behind it. Guys, it's been fun today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And as always, a huge thank you to those serving our country at home and abroad. A big thank you to those in the law enforcement community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all your hard work. We all depend on you. God bless all of you. God bless all of your families. And until tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm the Ryno, and I'm out.